Hello, old soul. This is your big uncle coming with another gem. Go slow. We all need to slow down. I think that, I, I know that whenever we go fast, whenever we're in a rush, it is a sign of a couple different things. One is that we are afraid that what we're doing either isn't right, isn't righteous, or it's gonna fail if we don't force the issue. And in my experience, unless you're in a life or death situation, that's not the right method to get things done. A second thing is, um, in the life that we live in this matrix like world, we are on this treadmill, and when we're forced to act in quick ways, it's because we are fighting against the programming, or we are going with the programming in a sense, right? We've believed what we've been told about ourselves and what we should and should not be and how we should be. And at that stage, we are having this internal conflict with ourselves and with what we've been told to do. And then we speed up. And in the process of speeding up, we kind of fall in line with that treadmill. We kind of get on that highway, right? We're on this diverting path. We're trying to live an authentic, unique, new life. Then the bill comes in, and there's an issue with our significant other, or there is there's a conflict in the Middle East, or something takes our eyes off of that. We need to get the transmission fixed on our car. Some kind of life activity comes up. It seems like an emergency. It diverts our attention from our true path, and then we're on the treadmill again. And what I've learned and I've observed and I've read is that going slow, taking your time, thinking deeply about it, 85% of the time is the best way. My advice to you is to slow down. You have an emergency. It seems like the end of the world. Once again, very few things in life are in imminent danger. You're not in the military. You're not getting shot at, and you're not speeding down the highway. You don't need to have super fast reflexes. What you need to do is to try to get the best picture of what's going on as you possibly can. You need to have um, a full understanding of what you desire, what is the best thing for you in that situation, and what is the most authentic path for you to take. Example, let's say your car is about to be repossessed. You don't have the funds to pay it. You're panicking. You're hiding your car, in another place, hoping to avoid the repo man. Right? You're begging people. You're thinking about maybe not eating for the next week to get the money to pay the repo man. You're like, your mind's running 20 miles per hour. You're panicking. You're not meditating. You're not taking deep breath. You're not eating well. You're avoiding your friends and family. Your mind is off the path. You are not being your authentic self. You're hyperventilating. You're panicking about the situation. You're thinking about all the ways that you failed up to this point to pay the bill, how you don't have the resources to deal with these money problems, and all these things are going through in your mind, right? You're on the treadmill. You're lost in the matrix. You're locked up in this system of self-doubt, of self-abrasion, of you hating yourself, of you thinking, I try to be this eccentric, different person. I try to care about other people, but now I got to focus and be like everybody else. If you slow down, take deep breaths, face your problems head on, get on the phone, call the repossession company, find out what you need. They usually give you some sort of a deal. What's the amount that they need? If you pay it, how will they call off the repossession? Can you make a payment plan? Whatever you need to do. And what I've learned is it's usually a reasonable amount, and it's not the full total amount, and it gives you some breathing room. The other part of it is maybe your car is repossessed. Maybe you do have to take public transportation. Maybe you are grounded. You don't know what that means in the grand scheme of things. You don't know what that means 5 years from now, right? You may have to take the humiliation. You may have to deal with the embarrassment. Does it kill you? Does your panic attack help the situation in any way besides making it worse? These are probably not the answers you want to hear. You want to hear that there's some kind of miraculous solution. And there may be a miraculous solution. My point is, you have to allow space for that solution to either come to you or to be manifest. Panic, fear, rushing, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I never understood that phrase. How does that work? I guess it's the last gasp, right? Head is cut off and you spasm around for a little bit until the body recognizes that the head is gone. I guess that's what the phrase means. But you know what I'm saying. I think, I know that, and I'm sure there are Eastern mystics, and they talk about the breathing and the slow down. Find a way to stop, get yourself out of the matrix, and realize that there are two things. There is a death of self, where we are not authentic, we're not living our right life, and there's a physical death where we end and cease to be. I can control the part of it where I'm authentic. I cannot control the part where I lose my life. Everything else in between is manageable, something I can handle. And what does it say? God doesn't give you what you can't handle. So whether it is trusting your intuition, trusting in the Heavenly Father, trusting in the spirits or guides, whatever motivates you, you need to depend and have faith that the universe will balance itself out. Once again, I'm not talking about imminent danger. I'm not talking about speeding on the highway. I'm talking about things that are happening in life that seem out of your control. They may be out of your control. And that's when you slow down and you trust in whatever you trust in. Go slow, old soul. Go slow.